Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another video and my reaction to the 2021 Monaco Grand Prix. And I think for Monaco, it was alright. I think every time we come to Monaco, you have to take a pinch of salt. And I think we got that. I think we had some interesting stuff go on and it spiced up the championship massively. So this is my reaction. Hope you guys enjoy. The last race reaction was amazing. It's over like 500 views, I think. That's incredible. Thank you so much. And if you want more F1 content, just let me know, because that's I think that's my second most popular video ever on my channel. So if you want more Formula 1 content, just let me know. Also, I'm using my ring light for the first time. The vlog won't be up yet, but I did buy a ring light, which is why my face is sort of lit up compared to usual. So yeah, excited to try it out. And yeah, that vlog should be up sometime this week as well. But let's get into the race reaction for the Monaco Grand Prix. So let's start with Charles Leclerc. Obviously qualified on pole position, but crashed out in Q3 on his final run. I have to admit, I thought this was going to be controversial, and I thought it was going to be another Ferrari situation where they, do it on purpose to secure the pole. But the way he hit it, I think Charles Leclerc even came out and said, if I wanted to do it on purpose, why didn't I hit it, softer? And he has got a good point. I kept looking at it and I was like, I'm not too sure. But after what obviously happened in the race, he did the outlap to the grid before the formation lap and everything, and he just goes no on the radio. And that was just a clear sign that he was not going to be able to start the race, unfortunately. I think it was gearbox. I don't think Ferrari fully know what the actual issue was, and I still don't think we do at the moment. But yeah, just heartbreak for Charles Leclerc, especially as he hasn't finished a single Monaco Grand Prix, which is insane. He had 2 F2 races there, I think, and obviously now 3 Formula 1 races, and he hasn't finished in any of them, and this one he didn't even get to start. So yeah, heartbreak for Charles Leclerc fans, but I did feel sorry for the guy, and obviously it gave Verstappen a free position in Monaco, which is probably the best thing you can ask for, really, because obviously he got compromised for that red flag as well that came out after his crash. So yeah, I think Verstappen got very lucky there, but yeah, devastated for Charles Leclerc. Talking of Verstappen and Red Bull as a whole, I think they had a fantastic weekend. Verstappen obviously taking the win, literally dominated the whole race, obviously after Charles Leclerc was out. And Perez also made his way up into 4th place as well. Had a really good first stint, and we just managed to jump the guys behind him like Vettel, Gasly and Hamilton. So yeah, very good performance from Red Bull, and they now lead the constructors as well. I think it's by 4 or 5 points. And also Verstappen is now in the lead of the Drivers' Championship as well, which is insane. I can't believe it, to be honest. I think it's safe to say we have a very good championship fight on our hands. Obviously Mercedes had a bit of a stinker, but we'll get onto them in a second. But yeah, no, I thought Red Bull flawless today. We'll move on to Ferrari next. Obviously we've already touched on Charles Leclerc, but Carlos Sainz, P2, his first podium for Ferrari, and also I think he's second in his whole career. So fantastic job from Sainz. Just he had a good weekend overall, I'd say. A bit disappointing in qualifying. I think if he was up there in qualifying, and obviously if Charles Leclerc wasn't in the race, I think he probably could have won it. But I do think the Red Bull pace was a little bit better than the rest. So obviously if Leclerc and Sainz were up there, it would have been good to see strategy-wise, because obviously that's the only sort of things you can do in Monaco is overtake with strategy. But yeah, no, good race from Sainz, P2 as a whole, 18 points for him in the championship. We'll quickly move on to McLaren as well. Lando Norris, 3rd as well. So happy for the guy. As you guys know, obviously I always support the British drivers. I'm a massive Lewis Hamilton fan, and I'm a massive Norris fan and Russell fan. But to see Norris up there again, his 3rd podium and he's 2nd this season is incredible. We're only 5 races in. And he's absolutely putting in a worldie. Obviously, Monaco is the Grand Prix. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to be on the podium. And for Lando to do that in the way he did, I thought was awesome. Ricciardo had a bit of a disappointing weekend. I think it all went wrong for him in qualifying, really. Only qualified 12th. Qualified 13th, but obviously he got bumped up technically to 12th because of Charles Leclerc. So started 12th and finished 12th, didn't make up any progress really, and I think he was quite frustrated yesterday in qualifying. He missed the Nobel chicane on his way back to the pits and stuff. So yeah, and again, it's a shame because obviously he had a really good weekend in Spain and sort of gone backwards again, which it might just be circuit dependent. Like I said, obviously Monaco is a completely different track to Spain. So yeah, a bit disappointing for Ricciardo, but I'm sure he'll bounce back in the next few races. Now, before this race reaction, I did not think I was going to be saying this, but Sebastian Vettel in the top 5 for Aston Martin. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And a brilliant job from Aston Martin all weekend, I think. Stroll also ended up in P8 as well. So a very good load of points for Aston Martin this weekend. But Sebastian, yeah, just paced it well. Obviously, he managed to jump Gasly and Hamilton. I think they got held up a little bit by traffic. And then the only bit of action we saw throughout the whole entire Grand Prix, the TV director goes, nope, we'll go to a replay of Stroll bouncing over the curve when we could have seen an overtake round the outside at the top of the hill. So thanks, TV director, for that. But nevertheless, great from Sebastian, great from Stroll, P5 and P8. Next up is AlphaTauri, Pierre Gasly, 6th place. I think he did a fantastic job to keep Hamilton behind for the whole race. Obviously, there was a little bit of a moment where we thought Hamilton was going to get past, but couldn't. But yeah, just kept his head, and for the whole 78 laps, managed to keep Hamilton behind. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately got jumped by Vettel, but I think it's points for AlphaTauri. You know, they've been getting only a few points here and there in the last few races. Very good from Gasly. And Tsunoda, yeah, didn't really do much. I think he tried something different with the strategy. Didn't really pay off, unfortunately. So yeah, it was only P16 for him. But yeah, a good point. Some good points for AlphaTauri. So time to talk about Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton, a shocking weekend for Lewis. I know the Mercedes isn't the best around Monaco, but he just couldn't get to grips with the car all weekend. Practice, qualifying, and the race. Just sort of stuck behind Gasly in the race. Qualifying couldn't really do much. I think he was struggling for front grip. But yeah, not really much else to say on him. He was getting frustrated, and I think that's the worst thing you can do at Monaco, because as soon as you lose concentration and get frustrated, I feel like that's when the mistakes happen. He didn't make any mistakes, didn't crash or anything. But yeah, you could tell he was very frustrated, and understandably as well. You know, Verstappen's got that free position and he won the race, and now he's leading the Drivers' Championship, so there's no reason why he wouldn't be upset. Another person I feel sorry for is obviously Bottas. The guy cannot catch a break this season, I swear to God. If you didn't see it, obviously he came to the pits, the right front would not come off. They literally did everything. I think it was longer than Daniel Ricciardo's pit stop from 2016, to be honest. But yeah, just an absolute shocker from Mercedes. And I did feel sorry for Bottas as well, because I think out of obviously the two Mercedes drivers, he did a lot better this weekend. Qualified third. And yeah, yeah, very disappointed for Bottas. I think he could have got up there with Verstappen, because he was sticking with him for the first few laps, and I thought we were going to have a nice little battle for the lead, but then that happened. So yeah, very disappointed for Bottas, and I do feel sorry for the guy. So next up is Alpine and Alfa Romeo. Alpine, they had a race, didn't they? Ocon in 9th, picking up 2 points for Alpine, and Alonso just had an awful weekend, really. Again, sort of happened in qualifying. It's all down to qualifying this track. That's the problem. As you guys know, especially with this era of Formula One, the cars are just too wide for Monaco. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Alonso, I think he qualified 17th. Did make his way up to P13. But yeah, again, not a good weekend for Fernando, and once again outraced by Ocon and out-qualified by Ocon. So I think that's a massive shock there. Alfa Romeo, on the other hand, they had quite a good weekend. Giovinazzi picking up 1 point for Alfa Romeo, their first point of the season, and Raikkonen just behind in 11th as well. So yeah, good job from Alfa Romeo, especially Giovinazzi as well. He got through to Q3 as well. You could see on the radio he was really happy. Obviously, if it wasn't for Bottas and Leclerc DNFing, he wouldn't have got the points, but you have to be there to pick up the pieces, and he did that, and I think he had a really good, strong weekend overall, so very good from Giovinazzi. And finally, Williams and Haas, not really much to say on them, really. Either of them didn't really have good weekends. Russell finished in 14th, Latifi in 15th. Obviously, Latifi crashed in FP3, as did Mick Schumacher in the Haas, which prevented Mick from qualifying. I think Latifi qualified And Mazepin actually outraced Schumacher for the first time of the season, I believe. So yeah, he didn't crash the whole weekend either. So that's great to see. Good experience for him. I saw memes all over social media before the Monaco Grand Prix talking about how Mazepin's going to fly into the water, how he's going to drive his boat into the harbour and crash before he even gets to Monaco and things like that. And I think he's proved a lot of people wrong. He's probably looked at all those social medias and gone, you know what, I'm not going to crash this weekend. And he didn't. And he outscored, well, outraced Mick Schumacher as well. So yeah, fair play to Mazepin. But yeah, Williams and Haas, not really much to say on them. Just down the order again. So overall, like I said, Monaco, it's just one of those races you have to take with a pinch of salt. Any bit of action, anything to talk about, like I said, is something, you know. And I think this race has definitely spiced up the championship. Like I say, with Verstappen leading, Norris is now in third place in the Drivers' Championship as well. Red Bull have taken over the Constructors, so it's all kicking off when we get to Baku in 2 weeks' time. Cannot wait for that. And yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Like I said, if you want to see more F1 content, because that seems to be the popularity on my channel at the moment, please do let me know. Like I said, that last race reaction got over 500 views, so you guys are obviously loving the content on F1. So if you do want to see more of that, then do let me know. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all again in the next one, guys. Take care.